Hello, welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Lauren, this is Emily. We're two of Festival's Mealtime Mentors, and today we are bringing the world to your table with a European-style breakfast dish.
That's right, Lauren. Today we are making homemade muesli, which muesli is similar to granola, but it tends to have a little less sugar.
Yes, and it originates in Europe, and actually you've had it in New Zealand as well,
yep,
right?
Yep, it's a very popular breakfast, and we'll be talking about a product later on that is inspired by a New Zealand muesli recipe as well.
So let's get started. As Emily mentioned, it's very similar to like a granola. The biggest difference is that it's a lot lower in sugar and fat, and also the oats are just lightly toasted. They're not baked like a granola is. So yeah, we'll get started.
So in our bowl we have some gluten-free rolled oats. You could also use regular oats if you don't need to eat gluten-free, but we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of honey.
I think it's about a tablespoon or so is enough for these oats.
And then some cinnamon, just to add a little bit of flavor as well.
So just adding that touch of sweetness versus in a granola typically has maybe oil added and quite a bit more sugar.
All right, just give this a mix.
We're going to toast these in the oven. The oven is at 375. You just toast them for about 7 to 8 minutes. Again, and just to help them, bake a little bit in this nice sweetness, they'll get kind of fragrant.
Spread this out a little bit.
That looks good. Perfect. So I'm going to pop these in the oven. We actually have some that are ready to go as well.
So this recipe is pretty simple to make at home, but if you're looking for something even easier, you can find a pre-made muesli recipe or product in our natural and organic department. We really enjoy 7 Sundays. They have a lot of different flavors available, and this is actually a locally made company just over in the next state in Minnesota. It's from Minneapolis.
Yeah, so that's a great store-bought option. We really have enjoyed that product, but we want to show you just how easy it really is to make on your own. So we have our nice and toasty oats with some of the cinnamon on top. Our next step is going to be to add in, we're using chopped pecans. We're adding some nuts, chopped pecans, as well as almonds.
You can really use whatever kind of nuts that you enjoy.
Yes, so if you want to just give that a little toss here, we're going to pop these back in the oven. So you don't want to turn your oven off. They're going to toast for 3 to 4 minutes or just until they're fragrant.
Perfect. And something that you want to do with, to make sure that you do when you are toasting the different types of nuts, you want to watch the oven. You'll start to smell the fragrance of the nuts toasting. You just want to make sure that they don't burn, so keep an eye on them.
So we'll let those cook for 3 to 4 minutes. All right, so our nuts have been toasted, and actually we're going to put this mixture actually right back into our bowl. Sorry, I'm not much help here. This pan is hot, so I don't want to touch it with this other hand.
That's all right.
We'll get most of them in here.
Make a little mess.
All
Perfect.
Perfect. So we've got most of it in our bowl, which is the important part. So our next step is we're going to add in some dried fruit. Again, what's so great about muesli is you can totally customize it to what you like, what you don't like. So we're adding in quite a variety of dried fruit. We've got some dried apricots, tart cherries, raisins, and then my personal favorite, and I think you like dates too, chopped dates, which are absolutely delicious. So we just give that a little mix. And this is muesli.
It looks a lot like granola, but again, it has less of that sugar in there.
Yes, and we've got lots of the health benefits of the dried fruits as well as the whole grains with the oats. So a really great breakfast option. We've got the nuts in there too for some protein and heart healthy fats. Different ways to serve this. So how did you guys eat it when you were in New Zealand?
Yeah, so typically we ate it just like cereal. So pour a little bit of milk over it. But you could also eat this like oatmeal or overnight oats, so letting the muesli soak in some oatmeal overnight just to kind of soften up a little bit.
Yes, and on that note, we actually have a new milk in our dairy department made by Kemp's. Kemp's new probiotic milk would be something really great to add to this. Let it soak. You can let it soak like overnight, like you had mentioned, or even just for an hour. It's just enough to let those oats soak up. It makes them actually even easier to digest, which is really great. And then, of course, you have the benefits of the probiotics in the milk, which is great. Or, of course, you could have yogurt, too, would be a good option.
Definitely.
Should we give this a try?
Let's do it.
So we're just going to dig in with some spoons.
You
to
can
have
eat it like a granola as well,
a
which is
little
what we're going to do.
taste.
Just that little bit of toasting really brings out the flavor of the oats.
Exactly, and we didn't really add much fat or sugar to
No.
this dish, which is great. Well, we hope you give this homemade muesli recipe a try this week.
And for more recipes and resources from your mealtime mentors, visit fastfoods.com.